Salute, 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 salute. Hey, today we got a special guest, man. We got my brother, YSM Sports Media, in the building, man. In the business.
Big Dose, what up?
Salute, family. Salute. What's up with you, bro?
Slow motion, man. What up with you?
Same thing, same thing. You know what I'm saying? Maintaining. Hey, I gotta tell y'all, if y'all don't know about my brother YSM, man, he busted on the scene with a bang last year, bro. And he been doing this thing. He been doing this thug thizzle since then. I'm talking about he making other people stars. You feel me? We
Appreciate
got
the love, yo.
manager Marty, Greg Hackett, and a host of others, man. You know that's known off of what you do, bro. So, hey, I appreciate you being here, bro.
Oh man, appreciate the love, bro. And I appreciate that intro that you made me, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. You know what I told you when I made that. If it was if you didn't really, you didn't like it, you ain't have to use it, no hard feelings. But I'm more than willing to make you another one. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I like to switch things up. I don't know if you see, I never really use the same intro, like back to back video. I always use like 5 or 6 that I just rotate because to just avoid the monotony.
I noticed something else. You needed to be a lot shorter than the one I sent you to. You just
Yeah,
need a
yeah.
little snippet to come in, and then so you can start your short videos.
As people complain that, oh damn, like your intro too long, your intro's 30 seconds, your intro's 40 seconds when they just really want to get to the video. So
Right, exactly. Really, the longer intros is for live streams.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? But hey, I wanted to talk to you today, man, about what's been going on with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, man. And for the people that don't know, Ryan Garcia popped dirty for Osterine. It was also psych. I think trace amounts of nandrolone in his system, but that came out inconclusive. But the B
Yeah,
sample came back on the 22nd, which is what everybody was waiting on.
yeah.
And now that the B sample came back, people was acting like being on steroids ain't nothing when it come to boxing. Uh, Expound on that a little bit, man. What you think about that?
Okay. I've been doing this for a couple years now, right? And this is from what I can gather, is that people are comfortable with someone cheating as long as the outcome is with what they wanted. So if they wanted a specific fighter to win and he won, then they're cool with it. If they wanted a specific fighter to lose and he lost, they're cool with it. Fans operate from a point of biasness and it just won't change. So you got guys who's either Ryan Garcia fans, or I'm gonna give you two other fan bases that don't like Devin Haney. If guys really like Shakur or they really like Tank, for some reason Devin Haney is like public enemy number one. So they're willing to overlook what I ain't gonna call it obvious because obviously there's an investigation that has to be done, but he's tested positive in 4 different occasions. 2 A samples and 2 B samples. I don't know how that can be overlooked.
I totally agree on that, man. And I totally agree on the fan bases that seem to accept Ryan Garcia being dirty, and act like it's nothing because they got the result that they wanted. You know what I'm saying? Which is Devin Haney taking a loss, which in turn takes some pressure off of their fighter. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't understand. If you really believe in them, then you should want them to fight the best, like I do. Is that how you feel?
You got to understand the psychology of these fans, right? I'm gonna ruffle a lot of feathers with saying this, but you got guys that live vicariously through these athletes, whether they're unhappy with their life, whether they see some semblance of themselves in the guy, or whether the guy is something that they always wanted to be. That they emotionally attach themselves, and by emotionally attach themselves, when that fighter loses, they lost. When that fighter wins, they win. So it's more about them being able to brag and talk shit about their fighter because they're living vicariously through him. They don't want the risk of him taking a loss. So they don't want to ever put him in a situation where he could possibly lose. And that's multiple fan bases, though, those. It's not just one, multiple.
Yeah, that's true, man. Hey, salute, Chop Shop. I mean, salute, Jay Grant. Salute, Mr. Shelton. Yeah, that's what I've noticed. It seems to me that um, boxing has changed to where uh, people don't want their fighter to take a loss, not even one loss. Which back in the day, one loss used to be nothing. It was expected for real. If you're fighting the best. Now it's done changed to something totally different. If you take a loss, you ain't nothing. Bruce Gas Boxing and More, salute family. You ain't
Right?
nothing. You know, and for real, in my opinion, the true measure of a champion is how they bounce back from a loss, from adversity.
Yo, okay, let's rewind. Imagine when Ali took that loss to Frazier, if that was the day, Ali would be a hype job. The same guys that's calling Ali the greatest would be the same guys that call Ali's a hype job. Ali's a bum. Ali's been exposed, etc. You see it. Devin Haney had a nice little run. He took out Kambosos twice. Well, took out Jojo Diaz, Kambosos twice, um, Lomachenko, then Regis Program. Great fucking run. Loses to Ryan Garcia in controversial fashion, obviously with the weight and the test. And now all of a sudden he's a bum. He's a hype job. I don't understand. Like Earl Spence, right? Earl Spence loses to Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford's a bad motherfucker, yo.
Right.
Loses to him. All of a sudden he's a bum. He's a hype job. Wilder loses to Fury. All of a sudden he's a bum and a hype job. But wait, you're telling me these guys are great because they beat these guys. Well, how are you great if you beat a bum and a hype job? Why is Fury an all-time great heavyweight for being a bum and a hype job? How is Terrence Crawford, his fans call him the greatest fighter ever? How is he greatest fighter ever beating a hype job or, a worn-down fighter like Earl Spence? Make it make sense.
Exactly. And then you got fighters like Ryan Garcia testing dirty and then saying stuff like this.
Have you had a chance to talk to Saul? To Canelo, Ryan? Have you had a chance to talk to him? Hey, what is a boxing league? Why isn't a boxing league where you can do steroids? I think they have it's called the enhancement. No, it's called Pride FC in Japan. Is it? Yeah, Pride.
You know what I'm saying, dog? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Why isn't there a boxing league where you can do steroids? But then people giving them the benefit of the doubt. But what I brought you here today is because I watched a video of yours just recently. And if y'all haven't watched it, go check it out, man. Greg Hackett was talking to YSM about his opinions on the whole saga with Ryan Garcia testing dirty for steroids and how he feels about it. And in that video, I heard YSM say that he had taken steroids before. So I wanted YSM to come on here and tell us about it and I want to give y'all a disclaimer. He said he was only on the steroids for 10 days, mind you. So if an athlete is on steroids for more than that, they're going to feel even better than he did. But tell me how you felt when you was on steroids, man.
All right, I'm gonna give you the whole backstory, right? So I was using some sort of cream for something, right? I can't even remember what it was for. But somehow I ended up being allergic to the cream, had a bad allergic reaction. My face swelled up like Hitch, like Martin when Tommy Hearns beat his ass, right? Literally. Like you can actually go on my personal gram, and you can see it. My face swelled up. So I go to the hospital. And I know y'all gonna laugh, so I gotta say pause. They told me they was gonna put me on steroids. I'm like, all right, cool. I've never been on steroids before. So the first thing they gave me a shot in the ass. Pause. Right. So I just want to tell y'all the whole process, right?
Right.
So they gave me the shot in the ass, and then they gave me pills that I had to take twice a day for 10 days. Yo, now I know Ostarine isn't a steroid, it's a performance enhancer, but I'm just giving my perspective on steroids. Listen, I've never felt so good in my life, right? I felt superhuman, right? All I wanted was just got a phone.
Yeah. Okay. You know, if it messed up, just go out and
Hear
come
me?
back in. Yeah, you
All I
good.
wanted to do, I got you. All I wanted to do is eat, fight, and fuck. That's all I wanted to do for those 10 days, right? I had never felt so strong. I was really, really aggressive. Like I'm looking at dudes like twice my size, like, yeah, I knocked this bitch ass nigga out. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to curse,
Nah,
bro.
you good. You
But
good. You
yeah,
good.
but yo, like that's my vibe. That was my vibe around that time, right? If I was doing 50 push-ups, I was doing 100,
Mm,
right?
mm,
So I felt energetic, I felt strong, I was aggressive, always hungry, and yeah, I always wanted cheese. So that was only 10 days, right? Would I use it again? Probably. Like if I had
mm,
a short-term goal that I needed to make, I would probably use it again. But I wouldn't
mm.
use it long term. But yeah, that's how I felt. You know, I felt the strongest that I've ever felt. Now I didn't hit the gym for long periods of time, but in those 10 days, look, not even
Man.
gonna hold you, bro. And I don't even know what I was on. You know, now dudes got designer steroids that specifically for athletes, but yo, doctor prescribed, I was on 10, 10,
Man.
easy.
Man. And see, Ostarine is I looked it up. It's not even approved by the FDA. So
No.
it's illegal to even have it. So, you know, I'll tell you a little story about me. Now, back in the day, you know, when in my early 20s, I used to be into, you know, the dog fighting game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when I used to have, you know, my dogs on a keep, I used to give them all the vitamins A, B, C, D, vitamin E. Plus, I gave them creatine, rip fuel. You know what I'm saying? And everything I gave my dogs, I took it. You know,
Mm,
myself, because I had to walk my dogs for at least 4, 5, 6 miles every day. You know,
okay.
with 1 or 2 days off each week. You had to do that. If you didn't do it, you was gonna get your animal beat just because you wasn't doing what you supposed to do. So when I was taking that stuff, man, I felt amazing, bro. I never felt that good in my life. In my life, it's still to this day. I never felt that
Gotcha.
good in my life, man. I mean, walking the miles was nothing to me. And I wanted to walk more after that. You know, then I'll take them to the park, throw the ball and make them go after the ball 100 times. You know what I'm saying? Bring it back just to build their cardio up and stuff. Man, I felt great, bro. So, you know, what I say about that is, you know, a lot of people that say, well, it didn't make a difference. Well, imagine if Ryan was on steroids when he fought Tank. A couple of them hooks that Tank got out the way of, maybe he don't get out the way of them hooks. Or maybe a couple of them punches that Ryan did land on Tank, which he landed several punches,
Have more effect.
had more effect. Maybe it dazed Tank.
Yo, no, so I want to say this, all right? For everybody that's echoing those sentiments, if it don't do nothing, if it don't add anything, why do you think they do it? You think these professionals that they're going to that they don't know what the fuck they're doing? Like,
Exactly.
is that what people think? Is that what you? So you're spending thousands of dollars on something that's going to have no effect? Come on, y'all. Come on. Like we've seen historically, guys do great things while on steroids. Barry Bonds, one of the greatest hitters I've ever seen while he's with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Great hitter. Was a Hall of Famer. Then you see him on steroids, and now he's hitting 73 home runs. He was already good. Now you add the steroids, and now he's superhuman.
Right.
Like,
Right.
ain't nobody doing it for no reason. Ain't nobody
Right.
doing it for kicks and giggles, y'all. Now, what all I'm saying is we've seen so many athletes do it. Ryan Garcia has not earned the benefit of the doubt when I see you on the zone with an IV in your arm. And then I see an interview where you talking about a boxing league with steroids would be great. You haven't earned the benefit of the doubt. He needs to be quiet. He needs to let his lawyers do the talking. Let them finish the investigation. Whatever comes from it comes from it. But fans haven't researched either steroids or the particular drug that he was using, right? Don't even know about VADA protocol. Like fans, oh, they're conspiracy theorists. All of a sudden, oh yeah, Victor Conte, yeah, he's cool with Devin, and they out to get Ryan and this and that. Well, why he didn't do that to David Benavidez?
Right,
David Benavidez beat 2 snack fighters in a row. Why he didn't do it to him? I'll wait. Those, if you saying because he's aligned with Snack and Victor got that much power, he should have made David Benavidez pop, shouldn't he? Right. This just said for everybody that isn't aware, VADA does not test your blood or urine. That's not who tests. USADA tests.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry. Not
WADA.
WADA test.
Right.
VADA and USADA don't have labs. They send it off to WADA.
Right. Exactly.
For clarity purposes. Yes. It's WADA that tests your blood. That tests your urine.
So tell me this: if you think it comes out, because the only way Ryan Garcia can clear his name, as far as him not taking these illegal substances intentionally, is by submitting his supplements to the board, and then they'll go buy those same supplements with that same lot number. Yeah. So they making sure they get the same batch. And if it's cross-contaminated within that batch, then that means he unknowingly took it. Yeah. So let's get past that. Let's say if Ryan Garcia intentionally took the illegal substances, what do you think his penalty should be?
Suspension.
How long?
I would say at minimum a year.
Yeah. And actually, I'm a diehard Devin fan too. I would say at least 6 months, because that's what other people have gotten. I mean, other people have gotten longer. I've seen somebody get suspended for 2 years.
Fans think because they unintentionally did it that there's not going to be a suspension. Yes, there is.
Right. Because he still got the benefits of it.
Yeah, and dudes want to talk about the fact that it could have been contamination. This is why I just let the professionals be the professionals. Is because how long was he using those supplements? You think he just started using those supplements right before the fight?
Right.
Okay, so if he was using those same supplements, right, wouldn't he have tested hot before?
Exactly.
So I don't know. Like, I don't have all the information to where as though I can say he's guilty or not guilty. I can tell how it looks. And how it looks is I see you with a damn IV in your arm and you test hot.
Exactly.
I know what that means.
Exactly.
I can surmise, but I'm not going to stand on a pulpit and say that, oh no, Ryan Garcia is a good kid. He would never do it. We've seen athletes that we never thought would do something. So no, when it comes to winning and losing, dudes will do anything.
And then think about this too. It was a little small trace amount found in his blood. If he was unknowingly taking a substance, wouldn't it be bigger? Wouldn't it be a bigger amount in his bloodstream?
It all depends on like the contamination level. Like I don't know. I only know like this much about it from what I've researched. Mm-hmm. But you got guys that get their information from guys that don't know shit. Like, you've never seen them talk to anybody, right? They don't have a degree in it, but because they have a lot of followers on YouTube, all of a sudden they just become an expert in this shit.
Right.
Since when?
Right.
And can I say one last part before I go, Dose?
Yeah, go ahead.
You have to understand that a lot of these content creators, right? I want everybody to pay attention to this. A lot of these content creators are on the take. A lot of dudes that you think be keeping it neutral, a lot of dudes you think, are just stand-up guys, they're not. A lot of these dudes be getting checks to push certain narratives, right? And then you got other dudes, right, that are just so fucking biased that they're willing to go on a crusade just to attack certain fighters. And mind you, some of these dudes I'm cool with.
Right, right,
So I
right.
want people to pay attention. I ain't gonna single nobody out. I ain't that bull, but yo, like these dudes ain't unbiased as you think. No, they're not. They have agendas. Whether they
Yeah,
cool with certain fighters, whether they get in a check, or whether they don't like certain dudes. You gotta understand these people are human.
yeah, my homie 7A told me a lot about that, man. He tell all of us, bro, they done came at him with thousands upon thousands to try to turn on Wilder, try to turn on, you know, certain fighters. But, you know, over here, we don't do that, man. We keep it 100, man. But, hey, you got any last words you want to say, man, before you get on out of here? Because this is a short one. This was a short interview with my brother. He came on because, you know, for love for me. So, go ahead, give us your closing words, bro.
I'm gonna say this, right? When saying that the reason why Devin lost wasn't the steroids, or saying that the steroid or the PEDs didn't matter or whatnot, that's a slippery slope. Because we can say that for any situation. Oh, the reason why Margarito beat Cotto wasn't the hand wraps. Well, how do we know? We don't know. Because you had those hand wraps that night. We don't know because you had Auster in your system. We don't know. What if God didn't give it to you and you brought it into that ring and it's illegal? That's an issue.
Exactly,
So
man.
I definitely wanted to see more from Devin game plan wise. I wasn't happy with the game plan. Right? He needs to go back to the drawing board and fix certain things that we saw in that fight. That's true, but two things can be true. Devin needs to improve on certain things, and Ryan Garcia tested hot. Two things can be true.
Hey, plus think about this. Why? Devin barely lost the fight still. It was a split decision still. So take the steroids away, and then what is the fight? Devin could possibly win the fight, even with the 3 knockdowns. If he would have got knocked down.
They got to run that back.
But see, why? The only thing about that is what's to stop Ryan for cheating again?
I understand.
And if he cheat again and he beat Dev the same way, the damage is done.
Right now, Devin's in a certain space. He'll get out of it eventually, but he's in a certain space where he's like, he doesn't even want to fight because of how it turned out and him testing hot. But over time, he's going to want to get his lick back. Trust me.
Yeah, I hope so. And I hope that if they do, they can devise a way where they can make sure Ryan Garcia is playing on an even playing field with Devin, man. But hey, salute to you, man. Peace to you, man. Thanks for coming through, bro. Much love to you, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yep. Yeah, so y'all seen what my man said, and also, you know, one of my other brothers, a channel that I frequent, you know, he was saying how, you know, Devin lost the fight because it wasn't because of the steroids, like YSM was saying, and it was Devin's game plan. It was also Devin talking about how Ryan Garcia was a C-level fighter. But yet, when you say that, you skipping past when Devin said, I'm training hard for Ryan Garcia. I'm not taking those shorts. I'm not underestimating Ryan Garcia. I'm training for the best Ryan Garcia. What about that? You know what I'm saying? He also said that too. So don't just focus on him calling Ryan Garcia a C-level fighter and say that's it, because that wasn't it. Devin Haney showed us he was working hard, man. If Ryan Garcia is not on steroids, well, then some of those punches might not connect. And if they do connect, maybe they had the same effect that they had on Tank when he connected on Tank. Maybe not. Maybe it was the size. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Ryan Garcia was, you know, a little bit stronger because he was, you know, he didn't lose all of the weight that was required by the contract. We'll never know because we didn't get a fair fight. You know, I'm not going to complain about the weight because Devin signed up for that. Okay. But the steroids, that's a no-no. And I'm not having that, y'all. You know, but till next time, it's your boy Big Dose 513, and you're tuned into the Chop Shop. And I'm out. Peace.